Game number 2 here, a Williamsville Holiday Tournament. Warrensburg-Latham versus the Illinois Valley Central Ghosts, Gray Ghosts, sorry. But I think we'll have a good one on our hands here. You know, obviously Warrensburg yesterday, they came out very hot, maybe.
Yep.
You know, potentially saying, hey, we deserve that 1 seed. But they're definitely playing like that 1 seed, But we saw Williamsville last night.
Williamsville showed that they're the 1 seed.
Definitely
they did.
came out there 32-0 at 1 point. Is this one here will get started shortly. But I think that this is going to be a pretty good game.
I think so. IVC obviously has got a lot of size. I think 6 guys listed as 6'5" or taller, but Warrensburg, we mentioned it earlier. They can play 2 different ways really fast, or they can slow it down.
And really, IVC can only play one way. They're going to do exactly what they want to do.
Yeah. Whoa. Looks like they're going to call it jump ball and re-tip. That's interesting. Haven't seen that one before.
Both guys
just grabbed it down and Warrensburg wins that one pretty easily.
We'll win that one, yeah. So bringing it up will be Bonds. Bonds gives over to Gardner. Gardner back to Kajowski. Kajowski back to Bonds. Bonds to McKenzie. McKenzie back to Gardner. Gardner going to drive. Still nothing. He's back to Bonds. Bonds tries to cross. Gives back to Gardner. Gardner moving down almost to the baseline. His shot no good. Get the rebound. Goes back up and is fouled.
Gardner, he's their point guard, but, he's kind of a point forward. He's got the size.
Definitely.
He plays physical.
A lot taller,
Yeah.
We talked about it yesterday. This was one of the taller teams throughout the tournament.
Both teams, yeah.
Yeah. So Gardner misses his first. 0-0 game still. 7.5 left in the first quarter. Makes the second one, so it's 1-0. Cardinals.
Warrensburg gets a...
That's McKenzie, just jumps in front of it, gives to Gardner. Gardner wide open for a 3-pointer. That one's going to fall up quickly 4-0 now.
You can see him in a kind of a 1-2-2 3-quarter court look. Maybe try to turn over IVC.
Gets it all the way over there to
Another
K. Jackson. K. Jackson tries to force it, but it's stolen. Bond's going to bring it up. Down to the hoop. His shot's going to fall.
Finish.
Yeah.
Through contact.
So Coventry's going to bring it up, and he almost loses it. It's wide open there, but has to pick up his dribble. Gets it corner. Yates, sorry. Yates over to Ratcliffe. Back to Yates in the corner. His three-pointer going to fall. 6-3 now. As the Cardinals going to bring it up quickly.
Cardinals playing the fast-paced offense.
Down it. Hickey goes up. His shot no good. Rebound by K. Jackson. K. Jackson out in front to Yates. Yates going to take it himself. Blocked away there by Gardner, but we're going to be called for, did he say push? Did he say push or no?
Yep, push.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like a good block.
Yeah,
but
it looked clean to me, but
hard to tell from up here.
So Yates will head to the line for the first time today. Makes his first. We've seen a lot of free throws made in this tournament,
Yeah, not many teams have missed a whole lot.
And his second one will go in. And free throw is definitely very important, We talked about it, we talked about it, but in the last game, Blackford makes that one free throw that he missed. It's, a 2-possession game with, about 20 seconds to go still.
Yeah, I mean.
So, they change it, it changes, just the way the games are played for sure.
It does.
As K. Jackson kind of boxed up in the corner down there.
Stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
Good trap by Warrensburg.
Good job there by McKenzie and Brammer there.
We've seen it every year. Warrensburg just plays really chaotic on the defensive end, and it causes a lot of teams some issues.
Yeah. So Bonds has it. Gets it over to Hickey back to Brammer. Brammer going to try to get it down to McKenzie, but tipped away, and Hickey got it. His shot no good. Rebound there by K. Jackson for the Gray Ghost, and he'll
slow it up.
Yep, slow it down there.
good. I think it's a good decision, as this game's been really just up and down, up and down.
For sure, and Warrensburg playing amazing defense, as that'll be Ratcliffe driving to the lane. Fouled, but
looks like Gardner got hit in the face. Maybe just kind of on the ground. If it's on Gardner, that's his second foul.
Yeah, so into some foul trouble early in this one.
And they're going to go
Cottrell
get him.
Lee will come in.
Gardner's not going to be too happy, but if you're Warrensburg, you got to play without your point guard now for probably almost the rest of this first half.
So they get it to K. Jackson. K. Jackson down to Yates. Yates finds Conventry.
Another foul.
Yeah.
It's going to go on Bonds.
You know, pretty good amount of IVC Warrensburg fans here, but lacking a little bit over there for the IVC team. For sure, you know, we've got Tremont here sticking around.
Yep. And you know, the two loudest crowds so far today, Calvary, which we had last game, and how about Delavan? Delavan was here earlier. I was watching the game. Their crowd was into it.
Yeah, they always bring a lot of fans, but Tremont sticking around to see who they're going to play. As this one's tied up, and Warrensburg gets the rebound off the missed free throw. 5:20
Southern got it
to go.
tipped out. They'll retain possession.
You know, could we see another, yesterday, Warrensburg started off a little slow and then really came alive in those second, third, and fourth quarters. Yeah. And Hickey swatted away there by Brady Ward. Great job there to find the ball and swat that one away. So it'll be Warrensburg ball. Gets it into Bonds. Bonds over to Cottrell Lee. Lee played almost, the entire game yesterday.
Yep.
Hickey going to drive into the lane. No foul call right away, but jump ball.
IVC.
Looks like he was, hit pretty hard when he drove the lane there, but.
And with Gardner not on the court, the last couple possessions for the Cardinals haven't looked quite as, how you've wanted them to. We'll see what kind of adjustments they want to make.
Definitely, you're going to want Bonds to, get going. And, even yesterday, McKenzie, he did a good job getting down into the lane and scoring. Yeah. As there's Conventry, who's
another
fouled.
Foul Warrensburg. They're fourth already here, 3 minutes into the game. Last thing Warrensburg needs is more foul trouble. We'll see how deep into their bench they want to go. Obviously, Gardner's.
They played quite a few guys
They
yesterday.
did. But we'll see, because considering Gardner's probably going to be on this bench until at least the second quarter.
Yeah.
Unless this game starts to get away from him.
Definitely do not want to put him in.
No.
And, risk him getting a third or even fourth foul
and we
here
saw,
in the first half.
We saw one of El Paso Gridley's players last Saturday in Eureka got 3 first-quarter fouls. Had to sit out quite a bit in the first half against Williamsville.
So Bonds has nothing, gets it to Hickey. Hickey back over to Southern. Bonds going to drive baseline. Goes up over Conventry, but a shot does not fall. So they get it way down there to Ratcliffe. Blocked away by McKenzie, it looks like. Brady Ward has it. Finds Yates, wide open, pump fake. Moves to the left. Shot no good. Rebound by Cottrell Lee.
Foul's going to be called. It's like on Coventry.
So
some boos.
Unhappy fans here.
Maybe.
No, that.
Whoa. They're going to call that a Warrensburg?
Looks like maybe Lee. I think they signaled over to the back there, but I don't know.
Lee or Bonds, one of the two. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So already.
Interesting.
IVC headed to the line.
4:14 still left to play.
Yeah, with a chance to take the lead here in the first, and they do. So definitely a thought to be had here. Obviously IVC going to probably be more aggressive, try and draw some fouls because they're headed to the line no matter what now. And
obviously that means more foul trouble for Warrensburg. 3 guys now with 1 foul, Gardner with 2.
So Bonds will bring it up for the Cardinals. Gets it to Southern. Southern back to Hickey. Hickey over to McKenzie. McKenzie to Bonds. Bonds gives back to Southern. Back to McKenzie. McKenzie, three-pointer. That one's going to go 9-8 now.
Hickey's got to step up.
Yeah, just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Conventry going to bring it up. Gets it over to K. Jackson. Probably should have stopped that one. Hickey jumps in front of it, trying to get it down to Brady Ward. Up to Bonds. Bonds headed to the rim. His shot no good. Foul called.
One thing with Warrensburg, I've noticed defensively, they love to jump.
Definitely,
and if you pass fake and get someone in the air, you take them out of the play. We'll see if IVC wants to take advantage of that.
Happened earlier on that Yates three-point attempt that did not fall, but
just want to jump around and go for a bunch of steals.
And, with not as many fans, when it comes time for free throws, it gets very, very quiet.
Very, very quiet. Seems like we're the only two people even making noise.
Yeah. And Bonds hits the second one, so they're up by 2 now. Warrensburg tried to press all the way there, but Ratcliffe gets it across. Finds Conventry. Conventry down low to Ward. His shot no good. Southern's got it. He'll bring it up. Gets it to McKenzie. McKenzie to Bonds. Bonds driving. Puts up a shot. No good.
Good rebound by Hickey. Good effort by Hickey.
Yeah. And Cottrell Lee tips it away, and he gets it. Bonds gets it.
He's going to be
fouled. Yeah.
On, looks like Gillespie. Ian Gillespie.
Yeah.
Very physical game so far. Very fast-paced game. Only 5 minutes have came off the clock.
10-8 now. And Bonds gets it to Southern. Southern over to McKenzie. McKenzie driving, spinning to the rim. Rebound, Brady Ward. Conventry will bring it up for the Gray Ghosts. Spin move to his left. Gets it to Yates. Yates jumping a little bit to get to that one. One-handed snag there. Gets it over to Conventry. They've got small guards. Down to Gillespie. Down to Yates. Rebound.
Another jump ball.
Yeah.
This one will go to Warrensburg.
So
IVC with an early lead in this game.
Yeah, and IVC, I don't think I touched on this yesterday, but their guards are pretty small.
They are.
But they're at the 2 or at the 3, 4, and 5, they've got some size there.
Looks like IVC is going to check in.
Kate Jackson yesterday.
Dickinson.
Yeah, Kate Jackson yesterday had a great game, and he sitting on the bench right now.
Yeah. And, IVC's playing really well. This is the first time this tournament we've seen the lower seed jump ahead here in the first quarter.
Yeah. And Bond spins. Good spin move. Reverse layup, no good. Dickinson's got it. 8 total fouls already in the first quarter, and there's still 2.5 minutes to go. Ratcliffe down to Gillespie. Gillespie shot, gonna go. Tie game now.
Warrensburg's coach trying to tell him to push the pace, get it up the court.
Southern gonna give over to Hickey. Hickey back to Bonds. Bonds to Lee. Lee drives, puts up a shot, rebound by Hickey. And that one's gonna go. Good job there, crashing, getting aboard. Conventry gonna move it up quickly. He'll go to the rim. His shot, in and out.
Seen a lot of those just kind of roll off the rim.
And Ratcliffe gets it on the steal.
Good tip out.
Tipped out, yeah.
By Southern.
Good call there by the refs. Make sure it stays IVC ball. From the other side there, it would have looked like IVC probably tipped that one out, but great job seeing that. Yates, corner three. Off the mark. Rebound by Southern, gets it up to Bonds. Bonds gonna get it to McKenzie. Gets an and one call.
It's a great finish, good contact.
So, chance for a three-point play.
Maybe Warrensburg will start to settle in a little bit. Obviously, it'll help when you get Gardner back in the game, your point guard, your best player.
Definitely.
McKenzie's done a good job stepping up so far with him on the bench.
He's hustling around for sure. And he got that intercepted ball earlier in the first.
Hit a three.
Earlier this quarter. Yates wide open again for a three. That one's not going to fall. He's had a few chances at threes there.
You can't leave him open that much. He's going to start to knock him down.
And Southern gets it off of a tipped ball. McKenzie thought about shooting and going to drive to the lane.
Like a travel was called. Maybe took an extra step. So.
Like he cradled that ball and just took one too many steps there towards the rim. As Ward will come back in for the Gray Ghosts. And Conventry will bring it up for the Gray Ghosts. Over to Jackson. He's back in to Coventry, down to Dickinson, down to Ward. Ward going to drive baseline, and he slams that one through to cut the lead to 3. Great job there. Good baseline,
possession. Now
and he just gets
only
up.
leads by 3.
Tipped away.
Like a foul.
Dickinson has it. Gets it to Coventry. Down to Ward, who one-hands it in the corner. Gets both feet down. Reverse layup. No good.
He got
on the floor, yeah. So they're going to bring it up to Bonds. Bonds swatted away there by Coventry.
Wow.
Great job there. Some great effort from IVC on both ends of the floor.
Warrensburg's coach not very happy. Getting told to calm down. That was a great block.
To Lee now. They get it in. 45 seconds. Could be a push off.
Charge now on Warren. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did he push it off or was it a charge there?
Might have been a push off.
Yeah. I think they called the charge though. So 9 total fouls here in the first quarter.
Yep. And it's worth noting that since it's an offensive foul, IVC will not shoot free throws. Obviously, they're in the bonus. So they'll take the ball at underneath, down 3, 43 seconds to play.
And they'll get it into Coventry. He's going to bring it up. Tries to spin about 38 seconds. He's going to take it right to the rim. In and out.
Another
rebound by
ball just rolling off the
Kajetski.
rim.
Almost stolen by Jackson. That one's going to go. Bonds got it to go. Dickinson lost it on the floor. K. Jackson has it.
Refs
15 seconds.
Are definitely letting them play.
Gets it to Dickinson, 10 seconds now. Back to Jackson. Jackson over to Coventry, 7. Dickinson down low. No time. Hickey going to bring it up to Bonds. It'll be good if he makes it. Nope. So a 5-point lead for Warrensburg-Latham. 9 total fouls in the first quarter. That was the story.
Very physical.
So far in this one. We'll be back for second quarter action. We're back here, second quarter action about to get underway.
Yep. Warrensburg up 5. 9 fouls in total called in that first quarter. Seems like near the end of the quarter, they started letting the players play a little bit. We'll see if they want to keep that or if they're going to go back to calling some fouls now.
You know, being in the bonus early in that one, I thought was going to help out IVC more than it did for sure. As Coventry going to shoot a corner 3. Off the mark, rebound by Ward. Ward puts up a shot, no good. Tipped, Yates got it. Gets it out to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe driving the lane. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson, three-pointer of his own.
I've been tipped a little bit.
Yeah. So they'll bring Warrensburg going to bring it up quickly now. Krajewski down to Hickey. Hickey shot. He's fouled. So a lot of threes being taken by IVC for sure in this one.
Yeah, you haven't seen many. Warrensburg's just been attacking the paint. You know, yesterday you saw them settle for some threes a little bit. Today, they're just trying to get downhill and get to the basket.
As
Hickey's free throw, no good.
No good.
Notice that Gardner is now moved up to the second bench spot for Warrensburg. We'll see. That usually means that he's probably going to go in really quickly. Just a matter of time.
And his second free throw will be good. So a 6-point game, 7.5 to go in the second quarter. Jackson gets it over to Coventry, down to Ward. Ward has it tipped away by Kajewski, who's going to push it. Gets it to Bonds. Bonds, three-point shot. Off the mark. Rebound by Harden. Harden over to Southern. Southern back to Bonds. They're going to reset. Gets to Hickey. To Harden. Harden moving to his right. Gets to Kajewski. Back to Southern to Bonds. To Harden. Harden, three-pointer. That one's going to go 21-12 now.
Making Brady Ward step out. You know, he's a center. Making him step out and guard the perimeter is going to be could be beneficial for Warrensburg.
And to the point of IVC taking a lot of threes, but if they had better passes to the corner for these threes, you know, you might start hitting them.
Yep, they'd be in a carry in the corner on Cade Jackson.
But
I think you got to slow this game down if you're IVC. You're down 9. Can't let this one get away from you. Calvary, I think, did a better job of that. You know,
in
they
the
started
second half
getting
there, and fourth quarter
how
there.
they chipped away and almost
As
won.
Southern goes to the rim. That one's going to go. Great move there. Switched hands in the air and gets that one to go. But you're taking a lot of corner threes. As here's one from Cade Jackson. You get a couple of those to fall over the back. Brady Ward.
Not a smart move.
But you get a few of those threes to fall. We're talking about a completely different game in this one. You know, I think they've taken 6 threes or so, and they've made
30-second
one
timeout.
or 7. They've taken 7 threes. They've made 1.
Yep.
So you hit, you know, 2 or 3 of those other ones. It's a completely different game. So we'll be back after the timeout. Okay, send us. Oh,
we're back.
Bonds. Gonna give to Hickey. Hickey over. Gardner back in for the Cardinals. Gets it to Bonds. Bonds not a whole lot going for him. Has to pass it off. Gets it right back. Now Gardner, corner 3. That one's gonna go.
Gardner back in the game with 6 to play with 2 fouls.
And immediately makes an impact.
Makes a big
there.
impact, yep. We'll see if IVC wants to attack him, maybe get him a third.
Ward's got it.
And he did get a third. That's not a smart play.
So
can't go for the steal there. He's got to be careful, too.
Yeah.
He's saying stuff, clapping his hands. Seen a few technicals handed out this tournament.
Yeah.
Refs aren't afraid to hand them out.
Thought Coach Gardner for Calvary is going to get one.
Yeah. I've seen 2 warnings, 2 technicals.
So Coventry with 5.5 to go. We'll slow this one down for sure. Gets it to Brady Ward. Over to Cade Jackson. Jackson to Yates. Yates to Coventry. Down to Ward. See what Ward can do.
He's got to be aggressive.
Steps through. Gets that one to go.
With his size, he's just, when he gets the ball down low, he's got to look to score every single time.
Yeah, he was trying to, looked like he was trying to get to the middle of the lane, but freed up behind him, and he stepped through and made that one.
Yeah, it's good footwork.
And Hickey gets it to Southern. Southern to Harden. Harden thought about shooting it, going to drive to the lane. Put up a shot, no good. Gets his own rebound. Fouled there.
Good shot fake. It's a great job following your shot, and then a good power move gets him the foul. Still a 12-point game. Warrensburg hasn't quite ran away with this one yet.
Harden's first free throw gonna be good. Second free throw on the way. No good. Cade Jackson gets the rebound. And that will be Yates has it now. Skull in now for the Ghosts as well. Conventry gets it over to Ward. Ward back to Yates. Yates, deep three. That one's going to go.
Banks it in.
Yeah. So it's a 10-point game now. We talked about, they're going to need to start hitting some threes here. Harden. 4 minutes to go now. Second quarter. Harden. Going to back down Jackson to the rim.
Good wall up from Jackson.
And he's fouled.
Going to get the foul though on the rebound. You can tell with Gardner out, Warrensburg's going to try to get the ball down low. Try to force fouls from IVC. Just get to the free throw line. IVC's fourth already.
Yeah. In the second.
Warrensburg was the team in foul trouble in the first quarter.
And that one rolls out for Harden. Dickinson will come in for Cade Jackson. I think that's his second foul. So in will come McKenzie. Out will go Hickey for the Cardinals.
I think McKenzie might try to take over this last 4 minutes.
Definitely has that ability.
He does.
And Hickey misses, or Harden misses both. So it stays at a 10-point lead for the Cardinals.
Back in that 1-2-2 3/4 court.
Fans calling for a travel there on Skull. Yates wide open. They've just missed some passes today, and there he is in the corner. In and out. Rebound there. Yates has it. Gets it to Dickinson. Dickinson. No good.
IVC's missed some easy looks.
It's like
so far in this game.
Corner. That's McKenzie. Shot no good. Try to get it to Yates way down there. And they do.
Really good
and that
finish.
one's going to finish at the rim.
See if IVC can go on a little bit of a run. Down 8.
8-point game.
Almost another turnover for Warrensburg.
Tipped away there by Conventry. School's got to be careful on trying to rip that ball away, though. Don't want to put him in the bonus. Rebound. IVC. Conventry takes it all the way. In and out. Tipped by Ward. Warrensburg has it. They'll bring it up. Get it to Southern. Southern down to Harden. Harden going to try and gets it back out to Southern. Three-pointer off the mark. Rebound by Dickinson. Conventry thought about loading up and throwing that one there, but decides against it.
We've seen a lot of long outlet passes in this tournament. Not a lot of them have worked. And
timeout called.
Coventry on the floor. IVC coach gets his timeout. 30 seconds.
We'll be back after the timeout. We're back here. First half action of this Warrensburg IVC game. 8-point lead for Warrensburg. IVC in some foul trouble now. 4 fouls in the second quarter.
We thought they could take advantage of Warrensburg's fouls.
Yeah, and they
just
really
got
didn't.
The same issue. No.
I think they did try to get down there a few times, but you got to draw some fouls, really.
No, Warrensburg's done a good job.
Yates, corner 3. That one's going to go. 5-point game now.
He was going to knock him down eventually. See if he can start to get hot.
Harden sizing up Dickinson. Loses it. McKenzie gets it. Steps back, give over to Southern to Cottrell Lee.
I'd like them to find McKenzie here, as they do.
30-second
timeout, Warrensburg.
By Warrensburg.
We'll be back.
2 minutes to go. We'll be back. Back now, 2:02 to go, second quarter. 5-point game. Warrensburg kind of lost it a little bit there, you know. Had a lead. It's now down to 5. And they'll try and get it in. Just get it into Southern there.
2 minutes to play.
Yeah.
IVC down 5. Looks like they're in a 2-3 zone now.
Harden lost it.
Force another turnover from Warrensburg.
IVC ball.
IVC's done a good job hanging in this game.
Bonds will come in for Control.
Obviously, both teams in a little bit of foul trouble. Warrensburg back in this 1-2-2, three-quarter court.
Conventry trips off the push for
like
Bonds.
Push, either on Bonds or Southern. And if IVC gets a basket and a stop, they have a chance to make this a, one-possession game going into halftime.
So Conventry will bring it up. 5-point game. Over to Skull. Skull thought of maybe trying to get it to Ward. Ward was not on the same page there.
Yeah. Ward has a huge height advantage down low. Good
And
in and out
Conventry
move.
almost loses it, but gets it to the rim. Warrensburg fans desperately pleading for some fouls. Down low is McKenzie. That one's going to go in.
Back up to 7.
Tipped away by Bonds.
And a
Tipped
steal.
off of Dickinson.
That's a great
Gonna
job
stay
by
with
Bonds.
Warrensburg, yeah.
Hickey's going to come back in for Warrensburg. They'll have it out, sideline out of bounds, near the three-point line. It's kind of an awkward spot.
And they get it to Bonds. Down to McKenzie. McKenzie, pull-up jumper. That one's going to go. 10-footer. Just nails that one.
He's putting together maybe a all-tournament campaign the first couple days.
Conventry finds Ward. Ward to Skull. Skull's three-pointer off the mark. Rebound Warrensburg. They're going to bring it up. That's Kajeski. Over to Southern. To Hickey. 3 off the mark. Cade Jackson back in for IVC.
Slow it up.
Thought about pulling that one. Skull down to Ward. Ward going to back down. Has 3 on him. Finds Yates. Yates, pump fake. His shot no good. Bonds gets the rebound. Nice pump fake there from Yates.
Yep, just didn't
take
knock it
a
down.
shot, yeah.
Warrensburg's going to hold for 1. Most likely
Tipped
as
away.
they turn it over.
On the floor, Conventry
Almost back
gets it
tapped
through
by
traffic.
McKenzie. Yeah.
Skull just kind of throws that one down.
Then he fouls.
Yeah, so they're
So
headed.
now-
That's the bonus. 6.8 to go.
Not a smart play. Now a 9-point lead from Warrensburg, still in single digits could, now they could go into halftime up double digits.
No good. Free throw, first one. So it's still going to be a 9-point game. Both teams in some foul trouble. We're at, 16 total fouls so far in this one?
I believe so. Warrensburg was gave IVC the bonus in the first quarter.
10-point lead, Yates corner. He's going to have to pull up. This will be good if it goes.
No good.
Will not. So a 10-point lead for Warrensburg. We'll be back after the half. I'm just kidding.
We're good. We're good. We're back. Start of the third quarter. Warrensburg and IVC. Warrensburg leading 32-22. About 20 seconds.
Both teams
Warrensburg
in some foul trouble.
Yep.
In the first half of that one. 16 fouls, we said.
See if either side wants to make adjustments and maybe try to clean this game up a little bit. Obviously, Warrensburg's best player had to sit out majority of the first half.
So it'll be Gardner, who has 3 fouls now, so he's got to be, a little careful still. Bond's going to drive the lane.
He's going to be fouled. It's by Ward.
But, back to Gardner. He's got 3 fouls, so going to have to be careful.
And, I mean, some of his fouls were just, like, reaching and hitting someone. Like, you can't, when you got 2 fouls and you're in the game in the first half, you can't just go for
and
steals.
Immediately come back in, hit a 3, and then try to poke a ball out.
Yeah,
it's just
you can't go.
Not going to work.
You can't try for steals when you have 3 fouls in the first half. It wasn't a smart move, but he's back out there. Let's see if he can stay out of foul trouble.
Definitely something they talked about at halftime there. And Bonds misses both of them, but Warrensburg gets the rebound. Gardner's got it now. Gets it over to McKenzie. McKenzie back to Bonds. Bonds to Hickey. Hickey driving, kicks. McKenzie, 3-pointer off the mark. Rebound by Gardner, who goes underneath the basket. Reverse layup, no good. Comes off. Warrensburg gets the rebound. Back to Gardner, spins, drives. Off the backboard there. Yates
throws it away.
Trying to get it to K. Jackson there, and it just tipped off of Ratcliffe there. So McKenzie will have it for the Cardinals. Back to Southern. Southern over to Hickey. Hickey driving. Baseline. Goes through.
Oh, no foul call on either side.
Went through Ratcliffe there and no call.
Good finish.
Ventry over to Ward. Ward baseline. And it's stolen by McKenzie to Bonds. Bonds goes up over Ratcliffe. Jackson has it stolen away. They're asking for a travel call. Tipped out there by Gardner.
Probably not smart from Gardner. Reaches in again. Luckily, he got all ball and didn't hit him on the arm.
Yeah, good job. 4th. Jackson there just wrestled that one away from McKenzie and Southern, but they were asking for a foul call. They get it into Ward. Ward goes to the lane. His shot no good.
Rebound by McKenzie.
Yeah. So they get it quickly ahead of Hickey. Hickey kind of drops it, but is wide open and gets an easy layup for the Cardinals. So Ventry gonna bring it up. He'll drive, kicks, Yates, corner 3. In and out. Rebound by Gardner. Gardner has it tipped away, but tipped right to Bonds.
Great pass.
Yeah, Yates tipped that ball, and it went right to Bonds.
IBC, full timeout.
Yep. We'll be back after the timeout. Back here, third quarter action. 16-point lead now for Warrensburg.
See if they start to run away with this one, or if IVC can do what Calvary did last game and start to make this game a little closer.
They need to get one good offensive possession. They really haven't gotten any. They're trying to go fast. Ward gets it down to Coventry.
It's a good possession.
So definitely a different outlook that we've seen from IVC, as Warrensburg is going to push it up quickly from Hickey, but yesterday they were kind of, taking their time on possessions, but maybe they feel like they're a little, in a dire situation here. But
They're playing up to Warrensburg's pace. Warrensburg has played a fast game today. You saw yesterday a little bit of both, slow and fast, but they've played quick. And IVC's just, they're not slowing it down, playing how they want to play. They're just trying to keep up with Warrensburg.
Which we talked about yesterday in a few games. You know, that's not how you want to play.
No.
You want to play at your own speed. As Coventry ends up getting it after a little tip around on the missed free throw. So it's a 14-point game. Gets it down to Ward. Ward going to drive the lane. Hop step. Loses the ball. Hickey's got it. Gets it to Gardner. Gardner going to spin. Has it tipped out. He hits the floor hard. So he'll head to the line. Gardner definitely plays with a lot of intensity.
He does. Emotion, too. Already the third foul for IVC.
So
as well.
Still in some foul trouble.
2.5 to play, or only 2.5 minutes have been played in this third quarter. Dickinson's going to come in for Ward.
Gardner's second free throw. Got to go through, so he missed. He goes 1-1.
Warrensburg still on their 1-2-2.
Yeah, not quite as aggressive as it was.
Nope, they're not.
First
they're
half.
not trying to trap. Maybe just trying to slow up IVC, which could honestly work to IVC's advantage.
Ratcliffe has it, gets it down to Dickinson, to Cade Jackson, back over to Coventry. Back to Yates. Yates, corner, Jackson, nothing. Gets it back to Ratcliffe, down to Dickinson. Fakes the pass. Coventry has to give it up to Jackson. Jackson gonna drive. Shot up in the air. Foul called.
Looks like on Hickey.
Yeah.
Yep.
So first team foul of the quarter. We're sitting at 20 fouls total on the day.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
There's still another quarter and a half to play.
Definitely see how that's going to affect, later quarter, that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
If this one stays close.
Yep.
As Jackson misses his first, but if this one stays close, that
You got a foul.
could affect late in
especially
the game.
IVC. Yeah, if IVC's down, single digits late, you're down 15 now, but if you can make this single digits late fourth quarter, you're going to have to foul Warrensburg. And obviously with the foul trouble, it's already, that they already have, could be tough.
Definitely, as
more subs are going to have to come in and foul, guys that might not play as much.
Bonds comes out, and Lee will come in. Lee really, hasn't played a whole lot today. As Cade Jackson intercepts that one, and he just kind of throws it away. But
maybe he thought Ratcliffe was there somewhere. He just kind of threw it out of bounds.
To that point again, Control Lee hasn't played a lot today, and he played
a lot yesterday.
The entire game yesterday. Yeah. As Yates almost tips that one away, and wide open is Gardner. He's going to go up through contact from Dickinson.
I mean, he could, if he just went up left-handed, there would have been no foul. But I mean, Dickinson gets a foul. I think Gardner's a smart player. Maybe he wanted the foul, get IVC in more foul trouble.
So already their fourth foul.
Yeah. It's been IVC the past two quarters.
Yeah. 3.5 minutes basically have come off the clock. So
yeah,
not even halfway through this third quarter, and they're almost in the bonus. Yeah. And to Warrensburg's credit, they're very aggressive when
they are. Yeah.
When IVC was in the bonus, so. Because IVC wasn't, in the bonus very long last quarter, but if, you get 4 minutes, 3.5, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
With IVC in the bonus, you're definitely going to be aggressive to try to get to the line. As Dickinson's shot off the mark, he gets the rebound to Yates. Yates is three off the mark. Rebound by Gardner, who spins away from Coventry.
To your point about Warrensburg being aggressive, IVC was not aggressive when Warrensburg was in the bonus.
Yeah, Cottrell Lee just hit a corner three as Gardner tipped that one away. Bonds will come in for Southern there.
Looks like Southern's going to come out now for
Bonds came back in.
Yep, for Bonds.
So Yates gets it down to Dickinson. Travel, too much movement of the feet.
Tried to spin and face towards the basket, but just shuffled the feet.
And they've got to get something going before this one is completely out of reach, as it's at 19 right now. Hickey gets it to Gardner. Gardner will just pull it out, gets it to Bonds.
It's like Warrensburg slowing it up a little bit here on this possession. Maybe looking for a really good shot.
Gardner spins, gets it to McKenzie. McKenzie back to Gardner. 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Bonds back to Lee. Lee to Bonds. Lee in the corner. Gets it down to Hickey through contact. Won't get it to go. Kate Jackson and McKenzie there reached around. So in the corner, Kate Jackson's got it. Tipped by McKenzie. McKenzie gonna bring it up.
Wow, it's gonna go off his foot. Great.
Tried to get to the rim there, and it just got tipped out.
Yep. Interesting. The Fairsbury News is already here for the Prairie Central game.
Conventry gets it all the way down to the corner. Corner three here.
No good.
Off the mark.
Stay with the Ghosts. Tipped out by McKenzie.
So inbounding it. They get it all the way out to Conventry past half court there. Conventry pull-up jumper, short. Rebound by Bonds, almost tipped out by Ward. Falls in the hands of Gardner. Gardner is going to dribble around. 2.5 minutes now. 19-point lead for Warrensburg. 1 quarter left.
Another slower offensive possession for Warrensburg.
Definitely, we talked about it already. You know, they have the ability to do both.
Yep.
They can go really fast when they need to, and they've done it today.
Pretty much a whole game.
As Hickey gets it down.
It's not a good
off,
shot.
Yeah.
Obviously trying to draw the foul.
Gillespie gets the rebound, gets it to Reed. Reed over to Conventry. Conventry to Gillespie. You could tell that some of these subs are not as comfortable with the ball.
Another travel by
Gillespie there.
Yeah.
Just under 2 minutes now to go in the third quarter.
IVC's gone 9 deep. Warrensburg, I believe, has gone 8 deep in this game. Obviously, part of that's the foul trouble for both teams.
As we're sitting at 22 for the game. Bonds gonna drive. Shot no good. Rebound by McKenzie, whose second chance shot will go.
He's been really good on the offensive glass today and yesterday.
Ratcliffe goes up on the other end, and his shot will go. So it's a 19-point game now. Lee got it to Southern, and Southern tried to get it to Bonds, but Bonds was not ready. Kajeski saves it, though. Gets it down to McKenzie. McKenzie's shot off the mark. Rebound Southern. Put back shot, no good. Rebound by Ward.
Warrensburg does a great job on the offensive glass. Seen that today.
Down low, Gillespie goes up for a shot. That one's going to go. So 17-point game now. If you're IVC, you want to get that number lower here with only 30 seconds to go. You know, you might not be able to. And Bonds drives, puts that one in off the glass. Yeah. Has that ball stolen. Conventry had it stolen from Bonds, but it went out.
Bonds just dives into the scores table. Just love the effort.
IVC gets it into Conventry. You want to score here before, you know, you enter the fourth quarter.
Yep, down 19.
Yeah.
Last thing you can do is turn the ball over.
Ward over to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe down low to Gillespie. Gillespie
And
shot going to go.
Fouled by McKenzie.
Maybe some momentum they need here right before the end of the third quarter and
Still
entering
10
that fourth.
seconds left. Warrensburg obviously can play fast.
Yeah. See if they can't get, a good look there. If they get a good look, that swings the momentum right back into Warrensburg, as McKenzie will come out and Harden will come in. Gillespie's free throw. That one goes, so 9.7 to go. 16-point game. Bonds is going to bring it up. Petrelli, 4 seconds, 3, 2, drives to the lane, gets by Conventry, and he misses it. Ratcliffe gets the rebound.
Conventry just slipped.
Yeah, so maybe a little momentum in IVC's favor. We've got one more quarter. We'll be back. One more quarter to go in this Warrensburg IVC game. 16-point lead for Warrensburg. IVC with a little bit of momentum there at the end of the third.
And they have the ball.
Yeah, let's see what they're going to be able to do with that. As Conventry gets it over to Gillespie. Gillespie had some good points there in the third. Stolen by Bonds. Bonds goes behind the back, goes to the lane. His shot going to go.
Warrensburg's defense coming up clutch again.
Yates gets it over to Conventry. 18-point game. Corner. Grady Reed. His three-point. Does not go. Ward gets the rebound and he puts it away.
Warrensburg's coach thought maybe they hit the top of the backboard, which results in it being out of bounds.
Talking to the ref there.
Yeah.
And Southern answers with a three.
I think he's calmed down a little bit after that three.
Down low to Gillespie. Gillespie going to the rim. That one's going to go. So early in that third quarter, he had a turnover or two. And he's come back and scored good points for the Gray Ghost. Corner. Bonds pump fakes. Drive, loses it. Gives to Southern. Southern, three-point again. That one's going to go.
Got a lot. Warrensburg just has a lot of weapons offensively.
Back-to-back three-pointers for Southern. As they're up to 20-point lead. Stolen away. Southern's got it. 3-on-1. Gets it to Gardner. Gardner goes up. No good. Bonds almost gets the rebound, but Gillespie steals it from him. So Conventry going to slow it down. Got 6.5. He'll take it. Grady Reed over to Ward. Ward thought about shooting a three. Has nowhere to go. Gives back to Yates. Yates, three-pointer. In and out.
He's had a lot of good looks today, and they just haven't fell.
6 or 7 looks for him today.
Good block.
Yeah. Ward got a good block there, but Yates, he hits, even half of those, really. We're talking about a completely different game.
Absolutely.
Yates had another look there, didn't take it. Gives over to Conventry. To Gillespie, down low. Put up shot, missed. Gets his own rebound, tipped out by Gardner, who saves it just barely.
Great job.
Yeah, from the end line there. 5.5 now in the fourth. 20-point lead, Warrensburg. Bonds, nowhere to go with it. Good defense there by Yates. Has to give it to Gardner. Gardner, a three-pointer off the mark. Rebound by Kajeski down to Harden, back to Bonds. Three-pointer off the mark, rebound by Ward. Conventry will bring it up, way down there to Gillespie. Has it stolen. Warrensburg gonna push it up, gets it to Bonds. Bonds goes up and under the contact.
Wow. That's a great
finish at the rim there from.
And a charge now on IVC. Kozowski steps in and takes one. Don't believe you've seen him in the game yet today. Comes in, makes an immediate impact.
So, Warrensburg ball up by 22.
Yep.
So 4:45 to go. All that momentum that IVC had is now back in favor of Warrensburg. Gardner drives. Shot, gonna fall,
move.
Yeah.
Kind
Up in the air, kind of sideways, and throws it in.
Yeah, spins it off his hand too.
Yeah. So Yates gonna bring it up, gets it to Gillespie. Gillespie drives, kicks, corner. Ward steps in, 12-footer, falls.
I think IVC's got to start thinking about maybe putting more pressure on Warrensburg, maybe start to trap. 22-point game with 4 minutes to play.
Harden goes back to Bonds. Bonds gonna drive the lane, goes through, just hits that one off the bottom of the backboard there.
Yeah. Called on
the first foul of the fourth quarter.
Harden, yeah. Having
23 total fouls.
By now, we'd usually have about 6 fouls.
Yeah. Sorry, that is the second foul. As Warrensburg will sub in a few guys. Hickey comes back in, McKenzie comes back in.
Maybe you want to extend this lead just a little bit more.
Yeah.
So you could start to get some of those bench guys in.
Gonna have to play in a semifinal tomorrow night. IVC had, obviously 2 good days, Maybe not the, best start that they wanted in this one, but it was tied at one point. They even had the lead for a few minutes there when it was, still pretty low scoring, but
2 days in a row, Warrensburg started off a little bit slower, but then just started to
really picked it up.
Yeah.
As a coach, you have to, definitely talk to your guys, as Gardner's going to pull up for a 3. That one's going to go. But you got to talk to your guys and say, when we go to play really good teams, potentially Williamsville later this week into Monday.
You got to start quick from the beginning.
Yeah, you cannot start slow. It's never a good recipe for a win, as Scholl's going to bake that one in off the glass. As this one's all but over with just under 3 minutes to go. 23-point lead.
Looks like Warrensburg is going to call a timeout here, 32nd. Maybe just get a couple subs in.
So
2:50 to play.
Yeah, we'll be back after the timeout. .250 to go here, fourth quarter. Warrensburg leads by 23. Not much IVC can do left in this one.
No.
Out of the break, really. Yeah. And even in that third quarter, IVC kind of started to get some momentum. But, since the start of the fourth, Warrensburg has completely shut down IVC.
Done a great job responding.
This Gardner,
just what good teams do.
Passes underneath to McKenzie.
Fouled. Looks like by Stickle for IVC. Interested to see how the next game will turn out between the 4-seed Bluffs and 5-seed Porta Blue Jays. It's probably going to be a highly anticipated matchup.
Closest game in terms of seeding.
Yep. Porta coming off a win against Chicago Bowen yesterday. Was up 16.5. Bowen only lost by 6. And then, you know, the Bluffs, I believe, just kind of ran away with it.
So McKenzie makes both free throws, so it's a 25-point game. But moving on into later tonight, Williamsville taking on Prairie Central, you know, very good Prairie Central team.
Yeah.
Who played, you know.
Played really well last night for
way
an 8
better
seed.
Than an 8 seed.
Yeah. I think they're starting to find their identity as a team. You know, they lost a lot of seniors last year, Tyler Curl including, really good player. But, you know, they're starting to, you know, they're probably starting to figure things out.
And then look into tomorrow, Tremont versus Warrensburg, our first game. That's at 6 p.m. tomorrow. So, you know, Tremont, Warrensburg, we've seen both teams. They've done the same thing very well, being able to play both fast and take their time on possession. So, you know, neither team is going to, you know, bow down to whatever other, you know, the opposing team's going to want to play. But
no, I'm interested to see that matchup because, you know, Tremont loves to go fast, but Warrensburg, again, like you said, they can play fast, but also I think their defense, if they play good defense, they can slow down Tremont, maybe get them out of their comfort zone a little bit.
And even in both of their games today, they both done the same thing very well, being able to respond when teams come back on them a little bit. As Warrensburg has really had the lead most of the day in this one, but, you know, IVC, you know, really kept it close there kind of in the half, even though they were down quite a few at the half. But, you know, I'm excited to see, you know, how that's going to be because it could end up being a very fast-paced game.
Could be, yeah.
You know, Kaiser, we know him. He's very fast. He'll be able to bring it up the floor quickly, but so can this Warrensburg team. And defensively, they do the same thing well. They jump in front of long passes, and they trap well, and they try to poke the ball out.
I think it'll be a good matchup, 2 versus 3 seed. And also, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna like to see the matchup between Kaiser and Gardner.
Definitely.
I think that'll be a really good matchup. Both players can shoot it well. You know, Gardner's a lot bigger than Kaiser is, but we'll see how Tremont's going to want to defend Gardner. Maybe try to get him in foul trouble early, like they did, like IVC did today.
And you know, to Gardner's credit, he has not picked up another foul since that.
Yeah, no, maybe
earlier in the last half, but this one's going to be all but over with just under 30 seconds to play. 29-point lead for Warrensburg, but you know, and I think one more thing on that Tremont Warrensburg game, you know, they know they're potentially going to have to play Williamsville. Tremont obviously already played. Williamsville going to have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, want to get another crack at them, you know.
And honestly, Warrensburg's going to have a chip on their shoulder too. You know, they've came in the past 2 days probably thinking we should have been the 1 seed. They got the 2. So, you know, if they match up with Williamsville, they're going to try to prove to Williamsville on Williamsville's home court that they should have been the 1 seed.
Definitely. But Tremont, you know, I think they're playing better basketball than they did when they played Williamsville.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. This one's going to be over. Warrensburg wins 69-40.
So Warrensburg will move on. We'll head to the second half of games with the Illini Bluffs versus Porta. Join us in just about 10 minutes.